Not all dealers are the same. And there's no better example than Schwartz Mazda. While other dealers only focus on price points, Schwartz Mazda's focus has always been the customer experience. This focus is why Schwartz Mazda's doors have been open since 1919. Maurice Schwartz founded Schwartz Mazda in 1919 after his discharge from the U.S. Army, after serving as an ordnance sergeant in France during World War I. The first shop and showroom was located on Maple Avenue and sold Bethlehem and trailer trucks. In 1931, the International Harvester and Chrysler Plymouth franchises were acquired. Early on, Maurice established a reputation for caring about his customers and making sure that their complaints were taken seriously. He went so far as to mail customers an envelope with a penny attached to it and a questionnaire entitled, "A Penny for Your Thoughts." The first question was, does service matter? And since 1919, customers have overwhelmingly said yes. During this time, banks all across America were suffering from the Great Depression and going under. One bank in particular was in danger of closing until Maurice Schwartz stepped in. Maurice was a driving force in rallying the community to buy stock from the Second National Bank and Trust Company of Red Bank, saving it from closing its doors. By the end, Maurice and the rest of the reopening committee had helped sell stock totaling $1.5 million. This is just one of many examples of the way Maurice gave back to not only his community, but also his country. In fact, even after serving in World War I, Maurice still felt the need to serve. He wrote during this time, "There's a time for preaching and praying, but also a time for battle, and such time has now arrived." Maurice looked for every avenue available to re-enlist during World War II, but was turned away each time. However, he was undeterred and kept writing letters to any Army officials who would listen. After reaching out to Army officials for months, Maurice finally got his wish. He was commissioned by Major General Omar Bradley and was able to serve once again in 1942. Even though he was 50 years old, he was able to use his automotive experience to oversee the assembly and management of 101,000 trucks in the China-Burma-India area of the war. When you look at the photos of the vehicles he managed, it's clear that he was the man for the job. When Maurice returned, he made sure that veterans had the opportunity to own a vehicle during a nationwide shortage. He helped ease the burden by allowing them to pay in weekly installments instead of paying the total up front. However, the story doesn't end with Maurice. His son, Arnold Schwartz, enlisted in World War II less than 2 weeks after graduating from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Arnold went on to join the family business in 1946 with his brother Edward Schwartz in 1948. The business then moved to 141 West Front Street, where it stayed for over 50 years. Arnold's sons, James and John, would soon become the third generation of the business. James and John both attended both the Lincroft School and the Christian Brothers Academy before moving on to Clemson and Syracuse, respectively. Once their studies were completed, they joined the family business in the 1970s. During this time, more franchises were acquired. Mazda was added in 1975, and Fuso and Hino Truck were added in 1985. Both James and John continued their family's tradition of putting exceptional service first while giving back to the community. Then, in 2000, Schwartz Mazda moved to its present location. The brothers became well known thanks to their memorable television commercials and the "May the Schwartz be with you" tagline.
Bless the Schwartz Mazda.
May the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you.
And may the Schwartz be with you. Happy holidays.
However, they faced challenges of their own. One such challenge was when Chrysler faced corporate bankruptcy in 2009 and severed ties with Schwartz Chrysler Mazda. This came as a shock to them, as they were a top 60 dealer in the Northeast out of a group of 300 dealers. However, by staying true to what's made them so resilient and successful, they were able to weather the storm. They dropped the Chrysler from their name and continue to do what they do best: sell vehicles and take care of their customers. Sadly, James Schwartz passed away from cancer in April 2015. James was with Schwartz Mazda for 39 years, but his legacy of civic duty lives on through Schwartz Mazda's continued support for groups like the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, the American Cancer Society, the Aplastic Anemia Foundation, and many more. John's son Jay now serves as vice president, bringing Schwartz Mazda to its fourth generation of family ownership. John and Jay have maintained Schwartz Mazda's reputation for focusing on the customer first, earning them the Reader's Choice Best of the Best Award from the Asbury Park Press in new and used car sales in 2016. Jay is also a part of the Red Bank Rotary Club, like Maurice, Arnold, and John, who've all served as Rotary Club presidents. The car dealership business and economy changes all the time, bringing new challenges to dealers across the country. However, with Schwartz Mazda's customer-first philosophy, they'll be here for years to come, ensuring that customers are taken care of before and after the sale.